Bonjour à tous, deuxième et dernière partie de cette conférence de presse d'avant-match avec l'équipe de l'Uganda. Les photographes, vous avez 1 minute pour prendre vos photos s'il vous plaît. Mckintry est accompagné de son gardien de but, Charles Lukwago. Donc, vous connaissez le principe, on demande la parole dès qu'ils sont d'identité.
Bonjour, Adil Rahmouni, Radio Médina FM et le site Match Presse. Alors, comment vous avez préparé le match contre le Maroc? Et surtout, c'est un match décisif.
Good morning, my name is Abdurrahman from Match Press. I want to know how you prepared for today's match, knowing that today is a critical one.
Obviously, we know the game will be extremely difficult. Morocco, whether at Chan level or at senior national team level, are a team that possesses many talented players. But equally, we believe that we have players that can cause Morocco challenges. But we know that we have to have a 90-minute performance. 1 or 2 little mistakes, the Moroccan team have the quality and the experience to punish those mistakes. So for us, it's about having, you know, a fully energetic performance, but it's also about it being a very balanced performance. You know, yes, we know we need to win, but if we go out all-out attack for 90 minutes, Morocco have the quality to punish us on the counter-attack. So it needs to be a balanced performance. But yeah, we believe we're ready. The players are confident, and I'm certain it will be an impressive game.
Ok, le match relevé étant donné que l'équipe du Maroc est une bonne équipe avec de l'expérience et des joueurs tout aussi expérimentés. Donc nous savons qu'ils livreront un beau match, mais je sais aussi que mon équipe pourra être à la hauteur et sera à même de donner énergétique, mais aussi un match équilibré parce que nous jouons sur 90 minutes et il faudrait faire preuve de ces 2 éléments-là. Merci.
Baldwin Sama, CRTV. I wish to find out from Coach Jonathan Mckintry what can explain the performance for the Queens of Uganda so far in this competition as compared to the pre-Chan Nations tournament that took place in Yaoundé, where Uganda totally dominated that competition with impressive performances, but during the competition
Yeah, thank you. You used 2 words in your question that I think everyone in football knows are not necessarily always connected one for one, performance and result. For us, we always chase the performance. It's not, the result is not something as a football player or as a coach or as a team you hold in your hands. The result is, you know, the end outcome, and sometimes top performances get results, but also we know sometimes poor performances also secure results. That's the nature of football. We believe that the opening game, obviously against Rwanda, you know, we covered it before, we felt maybe a little bit of nervousness from, I think we had 9 debutants at Chan in the first game, but definitely coming into the Togo game, the first half saw significant improvement from the Rwanda game, and the second half really is the best football we've played. You know, I think anyone who watched the second half against Togo who didn't think it was a good performance, then, you know, I think we see football in a different way. But I think the second half, especially against Togo, far greater performance levels than anything we saw in the pre-Chan tournament or even qualification. So,
nous misons sur la performance et c'est ce que nous cherchons à acquérir lors de tous nos matchs. Mais le résultat n'est pas toujours garanti parce qu'on peut faire preuve d'une performance améliorée ou d'une bonne performance et le résultat ne suit pas. C'est ça la règle du football en général. Vous verrez que lors de notre premier match, le match d'ouverture contre le Rwanda, mon équipe était quelque peu nerveuse, ce qui a agi sur le résultat du match. Mais lors du deuxième match qui nous a opposé, Bonjour, je m'appelle Ahmed d'Uganda. Ma question s'adresse...
Thank you, Hussein. We have objectives in this tournament, and we are positive that they are still alive. We still have a chance. As a team, we are positive. We think we can still achieve what we set for ourselves, and we are still alive in this competition, and we are still competitive.
Merci Hussein pour votre question. Nous avions des objectifs au début de cette compétition et les objectifs sont toujours présents. Nous ne perdons pas espoir. Nous savons que nous pouvons le faire. Nous pouvons délivrer ces objectifs-là qui nous animaient tout au début de la compétition. Donc, nous sommes toujours guidés par ces objectifs-là vu que nous ne sommes pas encore éliminés jusqu'ici.
My question to the coach. You were talking about delivering against Morocco, that you have energy, that you need the balance, and to be consistent against Morocco. How the players are ready to deliver against Morocco, knowing that Morocco, in the numbers, they dominated the first two games with the possession and also the attack?
Yeah, thank you. I think football is about taking your chances. That, I think, is as true a statement as we can say. Even in our two games, you know, I think in the game against Rwanda and against Togo, you talk about dominating possession, but again, you know, even for us, it was close to 60% of the ball in both the games, yet we didn't pick up the victories. So having possession of the ball is always preferable to not having possession of the ball, naturally, but I think you can see teams all over the world who, even if they have less of the ball, can be very successful because it's about being, you know, effective and clinical in front of goal. And in fact, I think in Morocco and Uganda, you see two teams who in the opening games maybe haven't been as clinical in front of goal as they could otherwise have been. Because even you look at the amount of chances that we created against Togo, and if we'd been a little bit more clinical, maybe it's a different scoreline. And it's the same you can say for the Moroccan team. You know, at the moment they have not scored from open play, you know, a penalty goal to get them the win against Togo. So, you know, for both teams you can say they're lacking a little bit of quality in the penalty area at this moment in time. For one of us, tomorrow that will change. For Uganda, we are, you know, focused on making sure it is us. The guys have looked good in training. We have had a strategy in mind for a little while of how we would play against Morocco, and we feel it can bring us success. But it really is, you know, both teams, it'll be who is clinical in front of goal will decide this game. And yeah, both teams are creating chances. We've got to make sure that we take our chances if we have any chance of moving through.
My question goes to you, Coach. How any impact on today's match?
Thank you. And very sort of resolute in adhering to the guidelines. So to date, we haven't had any issues. We've had no positive cases since we've started the tournament. So, and that the credit goes to the players because, you know, it's not easy to isolate yourself a little bit more, to not be so social around. You know, Ugandans by their nature are a very social, you know, community. And so the players, I think, deserve full credit. We're still awaiting the results for the game tomorrow. So hopefully it continues in the same fashion. But look, all teams face the same challenge because ultimately when you come into a game scenario, you meet so many people in and around the stadium and all of these things. So there's always a small chance. So we hope that once again we'll get a clean bill of health. But if not, we'll have to react to it. And that's no different than other teams in the tournament. This is the challenge we all face. Morocco faced the same challenge potentially. So, but thus far, the players have all been very good. The staff have been very good. And we've managed to avoid any cases thus far.
Je tiens à vous rappeler que la conférence de presse d'avant-match entre la Guinée et la Tanzanie aura lieu demain matin à 10h30 dans cette même salle. Voilà. Merci.